Welcome, everyone. It's Michael Murray with Benzinga. I am joined today by Matt Reed, the Chairman, President, and CEO of Applife Digital. Matt, thank you for joining us. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. Matt, to kick things off, can you tell us some more about your background and what Applife Digital is all about? Can you give us a few details there?
Sure. Well, I'm a New York City boy. Spent some time out in LA in the entertainment industry. Was spending some time out in Asia and in China raising capital for different projects, and started getting involved with tech and developers and different projects at that time. So that's sort of the birth of Applife. We started developing projects, and we were approached by a finance group that asked us if we were interested in going public. Obviously, it sounded interesting. We wanted to hear more, and our model is really what attracted people to us. We have a two-pronged approach. The first side is we develop our own in-house projects. We have a few e-commerce and cloud-based business platforms that we've already developed and several more slated. And the second side of our business model is the mergers and acquisitions. We know we're going to grow a lot faster by acquiring companies that are already generating revenue. Our goal is to start acquiring 2-3 companies a year and grow rapidly that way.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, let's dig into some of those exciting topics then. Matt, let's discuss your latest press release on your S1. What are the biggest things to look out here for in terms of acquisitions, investments, and in-house projects, and other things we should be looking for on the horizon?
Okay. Well, that latest press release was just announcing that our S1 effective, and we've been raising capital on it. The use of funds for the capital is pretty simple. We have some in-house projects. I told you there's 3 in-house projects that we've already built and completed. One is called B2B CHX, which is a background check service for small to medium-sized companies globally that are checking on industries in China. It's very difficult to find a background on a Chinese company unless you read and write Chinese. This service does it. It's through a licensed attorney on the ground in Shanghai. You can order 3 different size reports: a $79, a $399, or a $1,299 report. It allows you to have some peace of mind, or if you have to chase after a company that committed some fraud or did something illegal, you can get very in-depth service about the companies through this service. The second platform that we have developed is called Rooster Essentials. It's in the men's grooming industry products. Men's grooming products is the fastest growing segment of health and beauty. A few years ago, it was a $10 billion a year business. Last year, it was $26 billion. Next year, it'll be about $40 billion. And in 5 years, it'll be about $100 billion a year. This service offers 200 plus products from over 80 different brands, sort of like a superstore where a guy can come pick out all the products he needs that he uses in the bathroom or on a daily basis. And he has the ability to set them up for auto delivery. So if a guy's busy, the last thing a guy wants to do is go shop for these type of products. Whereas for a woman, it's much more of a social event. They go with their girlfriends, they try different products, they do things. Men operate a little bit differently when it comes to this stuff. So a guy can actually go in, choose the products that he likes to use, and set them up for auto delivery. So every month he gets a box, one box, all his products come. Everything from shampoo and soap and deodorant and toothpaste and hair products to condoms and moisturizing lotions and creams. You can set up your product package however you like to get it. That's our second project. And our third is called Office Hop. Office Hop is a shared business model in the community. It allows a user and a host to find or lease out office space and meeting rooms. So it's sort of like an Airbnb for office space and meeting rooms. It allows a host to list empty office space in their office and rent it out, whether it's meeting rooms, small, medium, large, convention centers, ballrooms in hotels, to restaurants that have a spare lunch meeting and they want to offer a menu for that lunch meeting in that time. And it allows a user to find a meeting. The post-COVID world, we find it to be very exciting that people are they're working from home. They need a space for an hour, or 2 hours, or a day, or a week. They can go find an office or a meeting room. So those are our first 3 in-house projects. We have an investment in a company that supplies hemp products globally called Global Hemp Service. Global Hemp Service will be distributing building materials, textiles, personal use items, fashion items, all made out of hemp. They also sell carbon credits for companies and individuals that want to purchase carbon credits. And that service is just going to be launching their model at the end of this next month as well. The other side of our business, like I said, we make investments and we're looking to grow through mergers and acquisitions. We have a couple of targets that we're reviewing now, we've been talking to, and hopefully we'll have one, maybe two closed by fourth quarter of this year. And that should be a perfect time to roll into an uplisting to the NASDAQ, which is our goal. We have an agreement signed with the Maxim Group to act as advisors, introduce us to mergers and acquisition targets, and to eventually uplist us to the NASDAQ.
Excellent. Great coverage there. We'll obviously talk a little bit more about the Maxim Group momentarily, but I'd also like to discuss your investment with the Global Hemp Service as well. Can you give us a few details on that?
Sure. It was a very cost-effective investment for us. All we did was we supplied them with an e-commerce platform from one of our other projects. We have a very robust e-commerce platform, and we made a deal with them that we took a percentage of the company for the use of the platform. And when they reach a certain revenue milestone, we have the exclusive right to acquire an additional percentage of the company, which will give us 51%, and we'll be able to then book the revenue under our umbrella.
Excellent. Great coverage there. And then, so let's go back to the Maxim Group and really quickly discuss that relationship. So your role as advisors, finding acquisition targets for uplist to the NASDAQ. Can you just give us a little bit of background there as we kind of wrap up and explain how that relationship works?
Sure. We have a very strong relationship with the group at the Maxim Group, where we talk to them, every week. Senior managing directors, executive directors all participate. They're advising us on steps that we're taking on a daily basis, as well as our, potential acquisitions. They're introducing us to some potential acquisition targets, and they're also reviewing stuff on targets that we have on our own. And the goal here is that, once we start generating a much higher level of revenue, and we've gotten a couple of these acquisitions under our belt, it will trigger them to begin the uplisting process to the NASDAQ. The goal for us is to get on it by the end of Q4 of this year, maybe the first month of the first quarter of 2022.
Perfect. A lot of great info there, Matt. A lot of things to look out for from Applife. Matt Reed, Chairman, President, and CEO of Applife Digital. Thank you for joining us and sharing a few things we can look forward to from Applife.
Thanks for having me.